Hi everyone, I'm Laurel Mintz, GP of Fabric VC, and this is Oversubscribed. We're going to talk today about common marketing mistakes that brands do during fundraising. And you know that this is an area that I feel so strongly about. We truly believe at Fabric that 80% and more sometimes of the success, especially of consumer brands, really hinges on their smart marketing tactics. And if you take a step backwards, the same can go for the conversations that these companies are having with allocators like us. So what are those common mistakes that we see far too often when these companies are trying to get us to write a check? Number one is just being too complex for their own good. I think especially with more kind of deep tech or health tech, brands that have complexities to them by nature, they tend to use that language during fundraising. And the truth is that most people just aren't that smart, or actually just don't even know the language or the nomenclature of that specific industry. So you kind of have to talk to someone, especially on the fundraising side, like they're a 5-year-old. Make sure that whatever you're trying to teach them or explain to them, really the reason that you want them to write a check or us to write a check has to be so clear. The reason that you're the right team, the reason that you've developed the solution to this very real human problem, those are the conversations and the human elements that really need to be brought into the marketing conversation as you're going out to fundraise. If you are using giant words, and look, I'm a language girly, I love a great vocabulary, a big vocabulary, but if you're using language that I don't understand, my immediate response is, oh God, I don't know something, I must be like not in the loop on that, or maybe even like a little bit stupid. And you don't want to make people feel like they're stupid when they're trying to write a check for you. So you got to dumb it down to a place where we can really consume it almost as a consumer, but certainly as an allocator to understand the basics of what you're trying to solve and why you're the right team and why this is a real problem. I would say the second big issue we see often is that there's just too much content. Usually this will be in a deck, in a website, even in an email that we get from someone who is looking to fundraise. There's just so much information, and we are all in digital overload era. So keep it tight, keep it short, keep it really to the point. And also from a psychological standpoint, I don't know if you know this, but people really can't consume more than 3 bullet points or 3 concepts at a time. And I feel like that's even shrinking. So again, in an email, 3 bullets. On a page of a slide, 3 bullets. If your product or the solution is so complex that it requires a lot more description or details, put it at the end of the document. Put it in exhibits or addendums or whatever. If we want to go look for it, we can do that. The third piece we always see is that we don't let the visuals or the fundraisers, the companies, don't let the visuals do the talking for them. So we want to make sure that we have a good balance of white space, content and copy, and the creative visuals that represent the brand. There is, in my opinion, nothing that can take the place of a great infographic, because I'm a visual learner, and if I can see something, problem, solution, team, whatever that needs to look like, the life cycle of the sales or marketing opportunities, there's so many ways to visually represent the problem, solution, and team, and all of those different slides that we just talked about. And then I would say the final one is just being too vague. You guys know we have these pitch days every quarter. We get 6 amazing companies that come in and share their vision with our audience. And every now and then we get questions from the audience, because it's an open forum, that's like, I just didn't get it. Like, I don't really understand what it is that you were trying to pitch us. I kind of think that this is what you're trying to tell us, but there is such a importance that we need to be placing on clarity, on concision, on language that really delivers the outcome that you want someone on our side of the table to understand. And again, it's really just about clarity. So don't make it too complex. Don't make me feel dumb. Don't use too much content. Make sure that you have great visuals. And of course, make sure you're getting your point across and not being too vague.